tonight. I call to order the Coatesville Area School Board meeting scheduled for August 27th, 2024. The reading of the mission statement. The mission of the Coatesville Area School District, rich in diversity and committed to excellence, is to create innovative educational experiences which are funded by the taxpayers, supported by the community, delivered by dedicated teachers and administrators to ensure all students will become responsible, contributing global citizens. Advisement. By notice of the President, board members are advised that all votes shall be regarded as roll call votes. The minutes should also note that public notice was given for this meeting in accordance with Act 93 of 1998, Section 1. School board meetings shall proceed in accordance with school board policy. Madam Secretary, please call for the roll.
Leon Yanko.
Here.
Steve Wilson.
Here.
Holly Charest.
She's excused.
Shauna Maxwell.
Here.
Liz Muirhead.
Here.
Donna Rowland.
Here.
Robin Seagreaves.
Here.
Elgin Bailey.
He's excused as well.
Thank you.
At this moment, I would like to ask everyone to stand for a moment of silence and a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To my colleagues, are there any additions, deletions, or modifications to this evening's agenda? All right. Next, public comment. The board has requested all persons making comment on agenda items to list their name, address, telephone number, and motion item on the sheet provided. There is a 3-minute limit per person. The board does not take action or discuss items not appearing on the agenda. The board values public comment and wishes to convey that although board members cannot discuss items that are not on the agenda, they listen carefully and appreciate and value input from the public. First up is Marvin Molina. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not an agenda item, so anybody who's speaking about something that's not on the agenda needs to sign up for the end of the meeting. You will be able to comment there, which there's 3 of you. So if you guys can sign in over there, it's a separate sheet for the end of the meeting. So the only one that is speaking on an agenda item this evening is Lori Shannon Bailey.
Good evening. I wanted to comment on the Title I school-wide plans. Several questions. Wondering if you will be making any efforts to include community members on the efforts to include the work that needs to be done to increase the students' academic improvements. I saw very little parent participation. I'm wondering if you made efforts to invite more parents. I, for one, would be interested in working with the committee on the high school plan. I'm very, very concerned about the numbers, deplorable numbers on children with disabilities and Black children's statistics that are not doing well. I know for a fact that we have many Black children that are graduating and not on grade level. So I would ask you to make more of an effort to include community members. Again, I am interested in working with you at the high school level on the Title I plan. I think it's a wake-up call that we are at a point now to where we have plenty of money in this district. We were just giving upwards of beyond $700 million extra that we got from the state that other districts didn't get. So I will be expecting to get a phone call or an email from someone regarding the high school's Title I program. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the minutes for the August 13th, 2024 special school board meeting, subject to any additions, deletions, modifications, or clarifications. Call for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or discussion? Okay. Call for the vote.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Donna Roland.
Yes.
Motion approved.
And for this evening's executive session announcement, the board met in executive session on Monday, August 26th, to discuss the following items. One matter of litigation docketed in the Federal District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania at 2-24-CV-04180. The board also discussed 6 matters related to personnel, 5 involving professional staff employees and 1 administrative staff employee. And the board also discussed 2 confidential student matters. The board also met in an executive session just prior to this evening's meeting to discuss a confidential student matter. And that concludes this evening's executive session announcement.
Okay, tonight's superintendent's report. The start of a new school year always brings excitement, anticipation, and a wealth of opportunities, and this year is no different. We find ourselves on the brink of embracing new challenges, making new discoveries, and celebrating new success. Our teachers returned last week full of enthusiasm as they participated in a range of in-service activities designed to prepare them for the year ahead. These activities centered around our core initiatives, being student achievement, culture and climate, technology and facilities, community and communications and community relations, and fostering a sense of belonging through dignity. Our commitment to these initiatives is evident in every corner of the district, from the classroom to our ongoing construction projects. Our facilities work is progressing as planned, with significant updates across several schools. We are in the process of adding new wings to both Reesville Elementary School and North Brandywine Middle School. Scott Middle School is receiving a much-needed new roof, which will enhance the learning environment for students and staff. Additionally, the old South Brandywine Middle School has been taken down, clearing the way for our new elementary school, set to break ground this fall. I would also like to take a moment to recognize Mr. Jeff Brazil, our Director of Operations and Facilities, and his team for their exceptional work in getting the district ready. Their dedication is clearly visible in the newly renovated district tennis courts. If you haven't had the chance to see them yet, I encourage you to take a look as you drive past them the next time you're in town. We've already seen the community's enthusiasm for the new school year with so many wonderful first-day photos of our students, which has been shared on our district Facebook page. It's clear that we're all united in our commitment to making this school year a success, and I am excited to work together as we move forward. All right, some important dates to keep track of. Our next committee meeting held here at the Administration Building will be on September 10th at 6 p.m., followed by our September business meeting, which will be September 24th at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Van Born. Motion items for approval. Committee meeting action items considered routine will be enacted under one motion unless removed for a separate action upon board request. The purpose of the consolidated motion is to expedite governing board action on all consent items, which are not held for discussion. Items that have been held for discussion by the governing board will be enacted upon at the time the item is discussed. I'll start by removing under finance, letter A and K. I know that you need more, but I'll just let you do that, Liz. Under education, I think it's T, U, and V. And under operations, starting at D.
I got, yeah.
Okay, all right, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K.
And then under finance, letter I as well.
Letter I, awesome. Thank you. To my colleagues, are there any other items that need to be removed? We called them. Great, thanks. With all items being removed from consent agenda for individual vote, I now call for motion.
So moved.
Second?
Any questions, comments, or discussion? Madam Secretary, please call for the roll.
Shawna Maxwell,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, moving on to the Finance Committee items that were pulled from consent agenda. We will start with the financial statements. That the Board of School Directors, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the financial statements and bills payables list as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second?
Are there any questions or comments from the board? Okay, seeing none, call for the vote.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Shawna Maxwell.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, item I pulled this because we did not review this at committee, but I do not have anything to discuss with it. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the memorandum of understanding with the Coatesville Area Teachers Association for the creation of a cyber lead teacher as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? Okay, call for the vote.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Shawna Maxwell,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Lear Nyako.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, moving on to item K, the Human Resources Report. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the resignations, appointments, new positions, leaves of absence, transfers, changes of status, and corrections as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, call for the vote.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Shawna Maxwell,
Yes.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, that concludes the finance part of the agenda.
I'll move on to the education part of the agenda for items that were pulled. First item is T, which was pulled because we didn't go through committee. So for letter T, the recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the EduSeer 2024-25 school year Founders Academy virtual seat license. Does anyone have any questions or comments on the board? No? Seeing none, can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Can you call for the vote, Madam Secretary?
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Shawna Maxwell,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, and the next item is U, a recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the MOU for open enrollment and pathway programs in liberal arts as presented. Again, this was pulled as well because it didn't go through committee initially. Does anyone on the board have any questions or comments? Seeing none, can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Thank you, and Madam Secretary, can you call for the vote?
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Shawna Maxwell,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Donna Roland.
Yes.
Motion approved.
And the final item in education is letter V, and a recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the rider agreement and fee schedule between Fusion Learning and CASD. And again, this also didn't go through committee, so that's why we're bringing it out separately this evening. I don't have any comments or questions. Does anyone on the board have any comments or questions?
No.
Seeing none, can I have a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Thank you, and can you call for the vote, Madam Secretary?
Liorniaco,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Motion approved.
And that concludes the education portion of the agenda.
Okay, moving on to Operations Committee. I will be chairing in Elgin's absence. We start with letter D. Letters D through K, just for the information of the public, were also pulled because they were not on the committee agenda. We did have a presentation at committee, but we did not have the specific bids until after that meeting concluded. So starting with letter D, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the recommendation from ICS and award the bid for general construction work scope 1 at North Brandywine Middle School to Lowbar Inc. for the total amount of $4,296,000 as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Are there any questions or comments about this bid? Okay. Seeing none, call for the vote.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Yes.
Liorniaco, Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, letter E, the recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the recommendation from ICS and award the bid for mechanical work scope 2 at North Brandywine Middle School to Five Star Mechanical for a total cost of $896,000 as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any questions or comments on this bid? Okay, seeing none, we can call for the vote.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Liorniaco.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Moving on to item F, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the recommendation from ICS and award the bid for plumbing work scope 3 at North Brandywine Middle School to JBM Mechanical for a total cost of $226,000 as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none, call for the vote.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Liorniaco,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Letter G, that the Board of School Director, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the recommendation from ICS and award the bid for electrical work scope 4 at North Brandywine Middle School to Shannon A. Smith for the cost of $980,930 and a base bid of $13,213 for alternate number 1 temporary construction parking lot lights as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Okay. Any questions or comments about this item? Okay, seeing none, call for the vote.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Liorniaco.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, that concludes that was G, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that concludes the North Brandywine bids. We move on to letter H. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the recommendation from ICS and award the bid for general construction work scope 1 at Reesville Elementary School to Lowbar Inc. in the amount of $2,694,000, the base bid, and $29,800 for alternate number 1 modified bituminous roofing in lieu of PVC roofing as presented. Any questions about this item? Or, I'm sorry, can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any questions about this item? Okay. Seeing none, call for the vote.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Liorniaco,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay. Item I, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the recommendation from ICS and award the bid for mechanical work scope 2 at Reesville Elementary School to North Bay Mechanical for a total cost of $566,000 as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any questions or comments on this one? Okay, Seeing none, call for the vote.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Lear Nyako.
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Letter J, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the recommendation from ICS and award the bid for plumbing, work scope 3 at Reeseville Elementary School to JBM Mechanical for a total cost of $234,000 as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any questions or comments on this item? Okay, seeing none, call for the vote.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Lear Nyako.
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay. Moving on to item K, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the recommendation from ICS and award the bid for plumbing, work scope 3 at Reeseville Elementary School to McCarty and Sons for a total cost of $546,972 as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? I just wanted to make a comment in aggregate here. It's very exciting to see our construction projects start to get underway. They're going to make big, important changes for our students. I know, Dr. Van Voren, you actually posted a nice video on social media last week, just hoping to build some excitement around all of the great things that are coming to improve the learning environments for our students. So it's great to see these first steps underway. Call for the vote.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Lear Nyako.
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, that concludes the Operations Committee part of the meeting.
Public comment. The board has requested that all persons making comments of public concern list their name, address, telephone number, and topic on the sheet provided. There is a 3-minute time per person. Time may not be yielded to another speaker. First up is Ms. Lori Shannon Bailey.
I don't think I was first. You don't like me? It's all good. The last time I wanted to speak about the new construction, I had mentioned early on about things like geothermal and solar energy, and it seemed like the gentleman in charge of the projects wasn't interested, and so I would ask that you reconsider, because those types of things can save us money in the long run. So I have experience with geothermal, and I'm not telling you to do that, but I would ask that you would look into it, especially at the new building. It really would save us taxpayers a lot of money, and we're going to be paying you all a lot of money for a long, long time, especially considering all of the money that you all just approved tonight. So anything that has to do with green energy, I would ask that you take a look at it closely, please, with the new construction. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Ms. Robin Miller.
Excuse me, I thought it was at the end of the meeting. I did have
Oh,
one
can,
question.
oh, ma'am,
It's based on the.
can you come over to the,
Yes, excuse me.
so that our cameras can get you? When people can hear you?
There was a few things, but like I said, I thought it was at the end of the meeting.
Oh, this is the end of the meeting.
Oh, this, yeah,
Yes,
okay.
it is. Uh-huh.
So once again, I'm back asking again about the credentials of the school board members, criminal background checks, also FBI clearances, just like I'm asking to actually be visibly able to see the educators and those who work in the schools, actual credentials, FBI clearances, criminal background checks. It should be the same for the school board. Also, I'd like a little bit more information about the bid proposals as well in regards to the renovations, for I think that there were actually bids that were a little bit lower, that actually came through a little bit lower, and there was a possibility of renovation repairs at different schools for a lot less pay. that was going to be outgoing to those, the company that was going to be doing the renovations. I looked into it last week. I studied it over the week, and I thought there was actually better options. I think that the rates, actually, the bids came in a little bit lower than what they were presented as. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Marvin Molina. Did I say that right? Yep. Thank you.
Good evening. On March 1st, 2024, we learned that our child had been being physically, emotionally, and verbally abused in one of the Coatesville Area School District schools for 2 months straight. After bringing evidence that consisted of more than 45,000 text messages, incriminating pictures, and bruises, I was granted a court-ordered protection from abuse on behalf of my child against her abuser. After receiving the PFA, as instructed, I hand-delivered certified copies to the principal at said school, the superintendent of the district, and the Coatesville Area School District Police. The events that followed are the reasons we are here tonight. From my very first interaction with the principal at said school back in March of 2024 to the safety meeting plan just last Tuesday with the new principal, it has been discouraging, confusing, and aggravating trying to navigate through the proper channels to get the justice for our child. It has taken my wife and I to act completely out of character, literally threatening school admin with coming to these school board meetings to actually get meetings with the superintendent and other admins from the district. The lack of respect, empathy, and dignity that has been hard to deal with, considering that these are the people that we hold responsible for keeping our children safe throughout the school day. No one, including the perpetrator, has been held accountable for what has transpired from January 2nd, 2024 to March 1st, 2024. And it seems as though if we don't care, nobody, and I mean not the Coatesville Area School District Police, not the Coatesville Area School District admins, not the Coatesville Area School District principals, not the Coatesville Area School District superintendent care about the situation or that there's a court-ordered PFA. Throughout the whole ordeal, it feels as though our child, the victim, has been outed, singled out, and made to feel as though they were in the wrong. And her perpetrator has been able to live regular with no consequences. As her father, I will continue to advocate for her and all other abuse victims that are unheard or have no voice in the school district. Although the Coatesville Area School District has a stated policy against bullying, it's clear from our experience with the school district that it hasn't provided proper oversight of the policy. It's inadequate, if anything, if any training at all on any of the implications. It's just been poor oversight of the administration, period. Bullying in schools is a serious problem, and we implore the Coatesville Area School District to acknowledge its previous failure regarding our daughter's safety and providing proper training and policies to swiftly respond to these types of incidents in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Charlie Molina.
Molina, for the record, Molina.
Good evening. The way Coatesville Area School District has handled, or I should say mishandled, a situation that has happened to one of my kids every single day for 2 months straight in one of their schools is absolutely disheartening, disappointing, and downright disgusting. Like my husband just said, from day one of finding out of this abuse, it's been the worst experience of my life as a mother. No child should ever have to endure the pain that my child did in school. I will never be able to make this right for my child. I will never be able to take the pain away from them. I will never be able to take back what's been taken from them at such a young age. I will never be able to do any of those things, but I am able to advocate for them and be their voice, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now, and I've been doing for the last 6 months. From the very first day of dealing with the principal, and the principal feeling as though she didn't have enough to do her due diligence as a required state reporter and report the incidents to the child hotline, to trying to get an in-person meeting with the superintendent by threatening to come to the school board meeting, by sending multiple emails, calls with absolutely no callbacks, no direction of resolutions offered whatsoever, no following through with anything they said they were going to do. When my child returned back to school at the end of March, the only thing, and I mean the only thing that they were doing for my child was to have someone check in on her throughout the school day. I had to do my own research and reach out to the school staff myself and ask them why they hadn't checked on my child, and they said that the said school staff said that they had no idea of anything happening or what they were supposed to be doing. No one ever notified them ever about the incidents. No one ever checked on my child. No guidance counselor, nobody. The principal never even acknowledged my child when she returned back to school at the end of March. Fast forward to the end of summer 2 weeks ago, being notified that the other student would be returning back to Coatesville Area School District. And we scheduled a meeting to go over a safety plan. We went to the meeting, and there was only one school official present, which is the current principal at the school. There was no safety plan in place at all. No one even showed up to the meeting. All of those things are absolutely unacceptable. I just want someone to care, and no one cares. Someone to take this seriously. Someone to apologize for what happened. Someone to tell me that my child will be safe moving forward. Why is it so hard as a school district to do the right thing? Where is the compassion as a school district? I'm here today to spread awareness of these horrific things that are happening to our kids while in the care of Coatesville Area School District, and the school district doing... Is that it?
No, keep going.
Absolutely nothing about any of it except trying to sweep things under the rug that they don't want the public to find out about. I've literally had to yell, scream, and beg for them to do something, anything. No wonder why women all over the world end up being killed by their abusers because
Ma'am, your 3 minutes is up. Are you almost done?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
No wonder why women all over the world end up being killed by their abusers, because the victims of domestic abuse are treated so poorly and made to believe that they did something wrong. The system as a whole is backwards. I stand today as a mother who will do absolutely anything in this whole world to protect my kids and to be their voice. I want to make the community aware in hopes that this doesn't happen to another student and their families. I'm going to keep standing, keep fighting, keep demanding justice for my child. I do want to give a quick update.
Ma'am, I'm going to have to stop you there. It's the 3-minute mark.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Next is Miss Beatrice Alamo.
I'm a 21-year Coatesville taxpaying resident, and I'm here tonight. I'm a mother to an educator and a sister to a domestic violence social worker that has been a social worker in that field for almost 30 years. I'm here tonight advocating for my cousin's daughter, and so I'll finish what she's saying, and then I'll get to what I was going to say. I do want to give a quick update. As of where we are at today in this whole process, the safety plan was not followed by other student, and PFA was violated today. We are told that the other student will not be returning to Coatesville Area School District.
If I may, one thing that we cannot do, everyone has an opportunity to speak. We cannot get into information related to other students that may be involved.
There's no name.
We cannot get into a confidential student matter. You can continue to talk. I want to make sure you have all the time, but there's certain things there's certain boundaries that we have.
But it took us literally pulling up to the school today after receiving a text message from our child and demanding that camera footage be pulled. It took us, again, getting completely out of character, acting a fool up in the school, screaming and yelling for them to do the right thing. And that's where we are right now as of today. Friends and family asked, well, are you still going to the school board meeting tonight? And I said, absolutely, I will be there front and center. Just because the school decided today to do the right thing does not take away everything that led us to this point. If I can help just one child and their families by standing up there right now telling our story, then that's the purpose of me being here tonight. I promise on everything I love, I will keep fighting for my child and demanding the justice they deserve. Coatesville Area School District should be absolutely ashamed of how they have handled this entire situation from the very beginning up until now. So that's their statement. As a resident of Coatesville for 21 years, and the stories that have happened in our community to small children outside of the school, abuse leading to death, I demand that this topic be looked into to protect this child while she is in school. This absolutely should not be happening in school. And she's the youngest person to ever have a PFA. As a sister to a domestic violence social worker, the stories you hear of victims of all ages, from children to adults, from males to women, it doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. There's abuse in every area. So your job is to protect our children. So this is an extremely important topic that I really demand that you look into and help them resolve. We don't want to wait until it's too late.
Thank you. Next up is Ms. Megan Morales.
Good evening. I'm here tonight on behalf of the Molinas as well. I've known what's gone on since day one with said child, and I'm seeing eyes from some of you, but I'm definitely not seeing eyes from all of you, and I can honestly say that that's disheartening. I feel like they have felt like this doesn't matter to you guys, and it should, more than anything. Me and my family moved to the Coatesville Area School District a few years back. I considered sending my kids to Coatesville, and then I considered Collegium, and then I considered another school district. I will not send my kids to Coatesville. They don't go to Coatesville, only because of things like this. And it's sad because I have so many good friends that go to Coatesville, and it's Coatesville pride, and it does not feel that way from the admin, okay? There should have been so many people at their door making sure that she was okay, and there were not. It is so vital that our kids feel safe and that a perpetrator is actually punished, especially when there are cameras, there are text messages, there's all sorts of evidence. There's cameras everywhere. They shouldn't have to investigate. It should be as simple, they pull the camera footage and see that there was abuse. I'm sorry, but back in our day, a kid would be expelled immediately for physical violence. And now, I know it's a money thing. I know that it's that we don't want to lose kids in the school district. That's a dollar sign, right? That's a dollar sign. They lose money for losing kids to send them to another school district. Well, guess what? You would have lost a good one and then gained a bad one. So it's like, what makes sense? Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Alma Alpizar.
Hello, good evening. I wasn't sure I didn't know I was gonna talk today, but I just wanted to show my support for the Molina family. I've known what happened since day one, and it's really, really heartbreaking that even happened to the individual. She's such an amazing, bright student that anyone should have had her back from day one. And the fact that it had to get brought here to get everyone's attention is honestly ridiculous. I don't want to talk too much because I have my daughter here, but me personally being in a situation where certain things has happened to me as an adult, I can't even imagine being a child. Literally a child. And as an adult, you need to see what's wrong and wrong. What's wrong is wrong, no matter what. If a child does something bad, the child is going to do it again if the person does not get in trouble. That's just what it is. And the fact that no one had her back, like I said, is ridiculous. It's heartbreaking, and I'm here today to stand behind them. I also have my 8-year-old daughter, and God forbid something like that would happen to her, and I will always, always, always support anyone that is getting abused. Emotionally, physically, it does not matter. It really does not. So I would really, really love if everybody would just take the time and actually look into the situation and not just put it under the rug like they've been doing since day one. Literally since day one. We're in August. That's ridiculous. Just do what you guys have to do, as you know, that's part of your job. So yeah, goodbye.
Thank you. Informational items. To my colleagues, are there any informational items this evening? Seeing none, I move to adjourn. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
This meeting is adjourned.